Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Prep Buddy. My name is Kritika Mittal, and today, in continuation with interview with achievers, we have with us Mr. Anirudh Bansal. Welcome, sir.
Hello, welcome Kritika.
So currently he is a technical manager in Madhya Pradesh Road Development Corporation, which is a state highway authority of MP. It is a state government undertaking. He had a gate rank of 151 in gate 2016. So, sir, we'll start with talking about a little bit about your current job profile. आपका करंट जॉब प्रोफाइल क्या है, इसके बारे में भी ज़्यादा लोग नहीं जानते हैं, तो ये जो जॉब प्रोफाइल है क्या है, व्हाट इज योर कंपनीज रोल?
Okay. Actually, first of all, it was GATE 2017 and not 2016. And my job profile is that I am employed as manager technical in Madhya Pradesh Road Development Corporation, which is essentially a state highway authority. It is involved in the construction, operation, maintenance of state highways in the state of MP. In the
Okay.
state, it is modeled on NHAI. If you see, our main work is construction, operation, and maintenance of state highways. So I'll tell you a typical example of one upgradation of a road. Suppose we have to do upgrade a road from major district road to state highway. So first of all, we'll be putting up tenders for our consultancy services for preparing a feasibility report for traffic census and for preparing a detailed project report, for preparing an estimate of land acquisition and forest diversion and utility and tree plantation, all these things. Then we are after the finalization of this detailed project report, then we are going for tendering of the contractor. Then we are involved in execution of the work. During execution, we need to monitor the quality of works, the quantity of works. We are putting up it in measurement books. Then we are submitting it forward. And after that comes the operation and maintenance period after the completion of this, which is known as the defects liability period. During the defect liability period, the contractor is obliged to maintain the road as per the agreement. He has to rectify all the defects within a particular time period. He has to do a particular amount of renewal in some amount in some duration, like annually. Then he also has to operate a toll plaza for collecting user fee, and he has to maintain the required his obligations as per agreement, maintaining washroom facilities, maintaining ambulance, and maintaining online transaction at toll plazas. So we have to monitor each and every aspect of all this from at all stages. We are the person who are going to be responsible apart from the concessionaire to monitor all this. After the project has completed its operation and maintenance phase, the project gets handed over to our department, where we do the maintenance. Then we have to prepare the estimates for maintenance. We have to prepare we have to be involved in the construction of the project, and then every aspect of the project, the maintenance of the road is all done by our department.
Okay.
And this continues until there is a requirement of further upgradation of this road. So that is what our core work here is.
Okay.
We are basically roads and bridges department. Apart from this core work, we are also involved in as a state highway authority in giving you permissions for utility access permissions for like laying OFC cables, for laying water pipeline cables, for giving access to retail outlets. So that work is also there. Apart from that, being a government organization, you are also liable to answerable to public. So you have to be involved in resolving grievances on CM helpline. You have to give replies to RTI applications. You have to attend meetings, district meetings regarding Jansunwai time limits. And this is what apart from that, sometimes you also get election duty. And like currently during the COVID crisis, MPRDC is not only just an organization of road and bridges. We are also during COVID crisis, we are going to build 13 PSA oxygen supply centers also in 13 districts in MP.
Okay.
And we also have involved in building construction of hospitals. So as you see, our work is essentially of roads and bridges, but there are other activities which are also there, which constitute our day-to-day work.
So, how would you distinguish your department with state PWD? Your work aligns a lot with the state PWD. So, how is your work distinguished from PWD?
Essentially, our work is almost the same as PWD, but the main difference lies in the jurisdiction. While we have the main mandate of maintaining state highways, they are involved in maintenance of major district roads and other government. Like if suppose there is a mela to be organized in a district, then they are made in charge of that. There is some maintenance work of housing complexes, then they are also involved in that. So there is a difference of jurisdiction essentially.
Okay, so basically, पहले PWD ही responsible था for all the highways and roads also. Now, because of expansion, I think ये department मतलब it is they have been divided, right? They've made a new department to handle that.
Yes, you can say that. And apart from that, being a corporation, there are certain decision making is a bit faster in MPRDC as compared to PWD, because there everything needs to go from bottom, top, bottom. But here the member of boards is sufficiently empowered to take decisions at a faster.
Okay. अच्छा ओके सो इसका एंट्री पॉइंट जो है अनिरुद्ध वो केवल गेट ही है या फिर मल्टीपल एंट्री पॉइंट यानी किसी और एग्जाम के थ्रू भी इसमें एंटर कर सकते हैं या फिर गेट के थ्रू ही ये केवल रिक्रूट करते हैं
Recruitment is done as of now only it has recruited only in 2 years, 2017 and 2018, and that was through GATE. And otherwise also there are many people coming in from deputation from MPPWD. So right now the current policy of recruitment is through GATE, but as of future it depends on the board of members how they decide.
Okay, so you will be working only for construction of highways, यानी कि जो और roads होती है उन सब ये काम नहीं करते, उसके लिए state PWD काम करेगा और mainly for construction of highways and maintenance of highways you will be working.
Yeah, if you see, there are various categories of roads: NH, national highways, state highways, major district roads, village roads, and some expressways and bypasses. So what we have a mandate is of state highways, but it's not a very rigid mandate. Means we are sometimes involved in upgradation and construction or maintenance of MDR also, but not of village road. At most MDR and sometimes of NH also.
Okay.
So yes, so it's not a very rigid mandate, but that it is a prime mandate of maintaining the state highways.
Okay. एक और सवाल मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ आपकी सर्विस में आगे पढ़ाई करने के लिए या आगे तैयारी करने के लिए सर्विस के अंदर क्या ऑप्शंस है if somebody wants to pursue MTech or MBA after coming in the service तो क्या ऑप्शंस है यानी कि कंपनी की तरफ से क्या सपोर्ट मिलता है
Well, there is an act called MP Civil Services Leave Rules, and I think they provide a kind of leave for pursuing higher studies, but that studies must be aligned with your present work. Okay. So if you are pursuing MTech, because if you see most of the PSC organizations and MPRDC, we have our minimum qualification as a BTech only. Right. So I don't, although MTech is aligned, but only if the company feels that it's a requirement, only then they are going to sanction it. So it's a bit difficult to get sanction from HR department for pursuing higher education.
Okay. So now tell us about your daily routine. यानी आपका office job होगा या फिर field job होगा?
You have to maintain a balance between both. Then because you have as an independent engineer in all projects, you are supposed to constantly monitor all the construction work. You are supposed to constantly visit all the roads which have been completed. notify any defects to the concessionaire of the road. If otherwise it's in under your jurisdiction, then you have to prepare an estimate and get that sanctioned and get it done by your zonal contractor. So uh, you have to maintain a balance between your office work as well as field work.
Okay.
And yeah, I would say that within like if there's it's a 70 week, so 6 days working week is there, then at least 3 to 4 days must be spent on field, and 2 to 3 days for the office work.
So both you will have to do field
Both
work.
we have to.
Okay. So what would a typical day in your life look like? यानी आपका शेड्यूल जो होगा ऑफिस और फील्ड और घर सब मिला के, तो आपका डे टू डे रूटीन वर्क क्या रहता है?
Day-to-day routine work, I generally leave my house at 10 a.m. and till 6 a.m. I'm usually going to sit there and complete my work. Otherwise, I'm going to site, and I'm whatever work is there, I get it completed, and then next when I come back to this, I type it out on computer whatever I've noted, and I'll dispatch a letter. So generally it is this, but whenever you go to site, obviously because it's located far away, and right now we have like about 850 kilometers under our division,
Okay.
or spread across 3 districts. So and that is upon only on 4 engineers, so you have a huge workload there. So you have to travel a lot, and then you have to maintain everything on paperwork. You have to forward it to the head office, get it approved, and then get your work done. So it's a busy day, obviously, but at the end of the day, sometimes it's long, sometimes it's short. So there is a kind of a balance. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's get very busy when you have to return. While returning, it gets late. It gets around 9 o'clock sometimes. Then you have to return.
What would be the role of a entry level position? यानी आप जब रिक्रूट ही होते हैं तो आपका रोल क्या होता है, एंड हाउ डज इट ग्रेजुअली इंक्रीज, यानी किस लेवल पे कितना रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी अलॉट की जाती है?
Okay. Well, you can say that the main responsibility I am actually, if you see the structure of our organization, we have our headquarters is located at Bhopal, and we have sections there based on the type of project. And the other part is the division part, which is the execution, which is mainly the execution wing. And the execution wing is headed by the divisional manager. So he is the main person who is looking after the execution of work at the site level. And he is assisted by 2 other posts: assistant general manager and manager. So we have a very in at field level we have huge responsibility, but at the same time our responsibility is kind of divided. The main responsibility lies with the divisional manager. If you want to ask about the hierarchy, then here we have manager, then we have EGM, then we have divisional manager, then we have GMs, general manager, and then we have chief engineers. The highest level we can rise is chief engineers.
Okay. So even if you are entering from like from gate, if you're entering, you can go till epic scale would be chief engineer.
Yes.
Okay. And the only way to go there would be promotion, or is there any direct recruitment also?
No, as per the current policy, the only way to go there is by promotion.
Through promotions. Okay. So
Or you can also have deputation from other departments, like sometimes deputation from public works department is also there.
Okay. So inter-department deputation can also be there.
Yes.
Okay. So also tell us about the postings, यानी कि रूरल पोस्टिंग रहेंगी ज्यादा या अर्बन पोस्टिंग ज्यादा रहेंगी, और ड्यूरेशन ऑफ द पोस्टिंग क्या होगा?
Our posting is mainly in district headquarters, but some of our projects, as you know, the road spans, it essentially connects the urban areas with the rural areas, and it traverses many tehsils, many districts sometimes. So our work goes on in rural areas as well as urban areas. But regarding accommodation and office, we have our postings in mainly urban areas.
Okay, okay. Correct. So most of the time it would be in urban areas only, but sometimes according to the project, you might have to locate in some other kind of areas also.
Yes.
So what are the perks of the service? यानी कि आपको HRA मिलेगा, DA मिलेगा, कितना % of the salary आपका HRA, DA क्या क्या है? उसके अलावा since you will be having a lot of field work, ground travel बहुत ज्यादा होगा, तो आपको सरकार की तरफ से यानी डिपार्टमेंट की तरफ से व्हीकल मिलता है या फिर किस तरह से कंपनसेशन मिलता है? What are the other perks?
As part of our salary structure, we are provided with the DNS allowance, house rental allowance. We are also provided with a vehicle based on the number of projects that are happening in our division.
Okay.
And yes, we have a concept of provident fund, EPF.
Okay.
So
So
that
you
are the
will
perks.
get accommodation also. Accommodation आपको easily मिल जाता है या फिर you're getting HRA against that?
Accommodation may be available based on you will have to ask the other departments, like we have who have residential colonies like public works department or other departments. It is available, but I think it's your choice how you want. If you want an accommodation, you can get it from those departments who are having a residential complex already.
Okay, okay. So it's not a very big issue. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं मिलेगा, available होगा. Otherwise, HRA against your accommodation will be paid.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What would be the salary structure?
The salary structure is after the 7th pay commission, the basic pay, the starting pay of our grade pay is 56,100, and DA is given as a percentage of that basic,
Right.
and the HRA is also a percentage of that basic, and then there is a deduction for EPF. There are taxes, and after that you'll get your enhanced salary.
Okay. So who would be your service head? यानी कि आपकी reporting किसको होगी? Who would you be reporting to?
I report to my divisional manager.
अच्छा. And he would be reporting to AGM, then GM, the hierarchy that you told.
Yes, yes.
ओके सो कौन सी ब्रांचेस के लिए इस डिपार्टमेंट में वैकेंसीज होंगी? अभी यू टोल्ड अस कि दे हैव नॉट एडवर्टाइज एनी वैकेंसीज अप टू 2018, लेकिन इन फ्यूचर इफ दे डू रिक्रूट थ्रू गेट, तो कौन से डिपार्टमेंट्स के लिए वैकेंसीज है अदर देन सिविल?
It is mainly a department of civil engineers, but some requirement is there for electrical engineers as well. Okay. Because we have sometimes electrical works also included in our projects. Then there is some vacancy for environmental engineers, because we are involved in plantation, we are involved in social and environmental reports monitoring. We also have some vacancies for maintaining the in the IT, what you call the IT cell, because if you see our website, right? Yes, so all the if you like I told you that permissions are given for the various utility through our roads, so you have an online system there for getting that permission.
Okay, so somebody to maintain all the system, you would require some CSIT engineers as well.
Yes.
Okay. So how is life overall working with this state highway organization? How do you feel? How is life? You got selected, you worked hard for GATE, you got selected, then you got into this PSU. So how's your life overall now?
Sometimes some days are busy because field work involves traveling a lot of distance, but it also involves a lot of experience. Otherwise, if you were involved only in one single project, you would have been involved in only that one. But being here means you are parallelly involved in administrative work. You're also parallelly involved in construction work. You're also parallelly involved in maintenance work. in operation, in toll operation. And so you are involved in so many things and you get a diverse exposure. So exposure wise, experience wise, it's a very nice organization. Overall, there is also work life balance, I would say. Apart from sometimes traveling too far, the I would say the work is not that hectic. Although you should be ready to attend telephone throughout 24/7, because it's essentially a government job where phone can come anytime and you have to be ready.
Right, right. But anyway, work-life balance is good enough, right? You will find some time for your family. You will find some time for your hobbies and everything, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, what message would you like to give to the aspirants? जो लोग अभी गेट की तैयारी शुरू कर रहे हैं या गेट के लिए प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, उनको क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे? कोई स्ट्रैटेजी, कोई टिप्स, कोई मैसेज, कोई पीएसयूज को लेके कुछ टिप ट्रिक कुछ भी?
Okay. When I got 151 rank in GATE 2017, I was selected here also. I was selected in other organizations also. I was selected in Indian Oil. I was selected in Airport Authority. I was selected in HPCL and IRCON. So there were multiple choices then and there also. But I chose this because first of all, it kind of gives you a little bit stability regarding your postings. You will get your postings only in Madhya Pradesh. Then the other organizations seem to deviate from what we have already learned in our graduation. Like we have learned civil engineers, but you are getting involved in marketing work, you are getting involved in refinery work. So that is not your core. Because once you get experience in your core field, it always stays with your life and you always get opportunities later on also. But once you have a different field, so here this his experience is totally different.
True. Very rightly said. Actually, this is what we keep telling again and again, that do not go after the company. ये नहीं देखना है कि कौन सा PSU कितना बड़ा है. First, you should analyze कि वो आपके इंटरेस्ट के साथ अलाइन हो रहा है कि नहीं. आपकी जो जिस फील्ड में काम करने की इच्छा है उसके साथ अलाइन भी हो रहा है या नहीं. ठीक है, आप जा रहे हैं किसी केमिकल कंपनी में, बट यू आर अ ग्रेजुएट ऑफ सिविल इंजीनियरिंग और अ CS ग्रेजुएट. अगर आपको वो काम जो वहां करना है वो अच्छा लगता है, देन इट इज फाइन. बट इफ यू वांट टू वर्क ऑन योर कोर कैपेबिलिटीज, तो आपको पहले थोड़ा रिसर्च करना चाहिए कि एक्चुअली आपका जॉब रोल क्या होगा, कंपनी का काम क्या है. उससे ज्यादा इफेक्ट ये करना चाहिए कि आप वहां क्या काम करेंगे. एंड दैट इज व्हाट यू हैव डन. So very informative, very nice talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us today, and it was very nice having you. Anything else that you would like to tell our viewers? Would you like to give any message to the aspirants जो लोग अभी गेट की तैयारी शुरू कर रहे हैं, गेट के लिए प्रिपेयर कर चुके हैं, they are looking to get into PSUs, उनको क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे?
Okay, first of all, I'll like to tell all aspirants that you should try your best. Don't lose hope. Sometimes it takes time to get what you want, and you should always try to achieve your best. Never settle for lower ones, and you should always try. If you are engineer, then you should first try that you should get in good selection in engineering service exam. But considering that the vacancies are continuously decreasing and the departments are also getting less, it is advisable to have a plan B after, let us say, 3 to 4 years, because after 3 to 4 years, your life also gives some other pressures. You want to get settled. You want to have a safe option, a plan B. So I would say that going for state engineering services, going for other PSUs can be a good option, could be a good plan B if you are preparing in engineering background. And I would say that PSUs and state engineering services give you a bit of time. If you have that caliber, you can in future also crack exams of UPSC. And obviously, if you want to get involved in your work, then it's also a sufficiently adequate job and you get satisfied. You have a work-life balance. You are not that hectic. You don't have that hectic schedule as you have as others in who crack engineering service would be. But it's important to have not lose hope, and whatever suits you best, you should have that confidence to follow your dreams.
True, true. Very rightly said. If any of you have any questions, you can just tell us in comments. We'll try our best to get back to you in minimum time. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, do share it with your friends. Do press the like button. And if you have not subscribed to our channel already, do subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. Keep preparing and keep watching the Prep Buddy. Thank you. Thank you, Anirudh.
Welcome.